My name is Casey Bridgman, and I will be discussing the first episode, which is discussing the age with the discourse marker using like. As a group, we had a variety of age ranges ranging between 8 years old and 87 years old. As a group, we had conversations with a wide variety of age ranges, and we also looked into clause initially and clause internally using the discourse term like. Clause initially is starting a sentence or clause using the term like. For example, like, we're the only ones in this class right now. Clause internally, using like as a filler in the middle of a sentence or a clause. He's like the best singer on earth. One of our group mates, Tia, had an 11-minute conversation with her little brother who is 8 years old. He used like only 11 times. 9 of them were fillers, and the other 2 were declarations. As a group, we've concluded since he is so young, it is possible that he isn't apprehensive in the way that he speaks yet, which could change as he gets older. In one of the articles I researched, Michael Hanford, a professor of applied linguistics and English language at Cardiff University, states, if you don't know what you're talking about, if someone asks you a difficult question, then while you're scratching your head for an answer, you are probably going to be using more of them. So you are using more of the discourse likes. For my conversation, I used a group of non-millennials, and they were my grandparents, and collectively they said the word like 12 times in a 9-minute conversation. 9 were spoken by my grandmother, 3 were fillers, 6 were quoting or descripting or using a description of things. 3 were from my grandfather, who also suffers from dementia. He used the discourse marker when he was trying to think of things that he once knew or was having a hard time remembering. Joseph Furwald, a lecturer in linguistics and English language at the University of Edinburgh, says you might have had a bit of an interruption in planning what you are going to say next, and you need a moment to plan. Rather than just do so in silence, you signal to the person you are talking to that you are planning to say something using like or a discourse marker. In conclusion, the younger generation, us included, has a noticeable increase of usage of social media, and we think, as a group, it has influenced the discourse marker usage. English is becoming an evolving language used online, and the slang of like my picture and like my status, and the like and dislike button on Facebook has been influencers on the topic as well. The older generation tends to stray away from the term like, but use so, or you know. There was definitely a difference in frequency in using the discourse marker like between the ages that we had collected data for. The next episode, we will have Tia talking about the use of like with non-native English speakers.